waited on me. Anyway, Joe never let me forget that because they had some land right across the road from us, and they were planning to build a house. So we'd be out there clearing land. I would bring Marty pears and all kind of treats, and I'd tell him not to give her any. She never let me forget that. And do you know, Debbie, I might have told you this, even in her last days, and you remember this, being at Legacy with her, I'd walk in and I'd say, Joe, it's Judy. And I don't know how, but she'd say, Marty and them pears. She just remembered that. Joe was, and their family have been part of our family all our lives. These kids, I watched them grow up, love every one of them. The grandkids don't know you so much, but have heard a lot about you. Joe was probably the most energetic person I've ever known in my life. I think about that a lot, and I thought it was real fitting that the Purple Martin Festival was this weekend, on the weekend of her death. Because for years, she's that mascot dressed up in that suit, parading up down the street, dancing and laughing and having the best time. And I'm thinking she's about my age when she was doing that. Now, I'm going to tell you, if that had been me, I might have made it to the first block up there, and those crash wagons that was in that parade would have been picking me up out of the ditch. Joe would be all over town. That parade route was a long way. She'd be hopping and skipping and dancing. Happiest person in the world. You just couldn't help but love her. And I know there's times that some people would say that in the back of their mind, she gets on my nerves, but she didn't get on my nerves. I liked her. Joe was just a sweetheart, and you can laugh on you because it was so true of your Granny Joe. But you know, Joe was one of the most giving people I have ever known. She gave of her time. She gave of her love to other people. There were so many things that she did in this community. Many people don't have a clue. Visiting in nursing homes, visiting widows, just taking time up and loving people that nobody else gave time to. She loved her family. She talked about all of you. Callie Gal. How many times have I heard her say that name? John, your daughter, Harper, I can't remember the other names, Annette, just so many of them, and Wallace down here. She tried her best to change Wallace, but she failed. She tried, she really did. But she loved you, Wallace, she really did. I'm glad that they were able to ask my brother and I really to sing today. Brother's walking with a walker, and I knew that he couldn't get up these steps and get in here, so I told him I was just going to hang for both of us, and he said that was okay. I hope he's saying a prayer for me, because I really miss him being over here. When I chose this song, we talked about different things, and I told Debbie it was a different song that kind of new. It's called The Blessed Hope. If you listen to the words, it could be Joe talking about her position in life and where she is now. It can also be for your family members, because it's telling, with the hope that you have, you'll be able to see her one day. Now, I know Joe is up there in heaven. I bet she hadn't let the Lord out of her sight with the list of questions. I know that she was so tickled to see Morty and all of her relatives, because Joe was just that loving person. I look all over the auditorium here today, and I almost would almost say, how many of you had your children in her nursery? How many of you stayed in her nursery yourself? Because she touched so many lives with that little playhouse nursery. When you went there, she's down on the floor playing with the children, but she could be stern. And when she said, don't do this or you'll be in timeout, that's what she meant. And the children respected her. They loved her and they respected her. She gave them a lot of structure in their lives. So anyway, Joe, she told me 100 times, I want you to sing at my funeral. And I always said, you probably outlived me. And she said, well, I can't sing, but I'll dance. She put emotions with it. So anyway, right now, Joe beat me to the punch. She got to heaven before I did. So I'm going to sing the Blessed Hope, and this is what it's going to sound like.